The Pokemon TCG World Championships in 2024 is old news at this point, but I do want to cover some of the top performing decks and some that do have a future even past the World Championships. And today we are going to be talking about Sanosuke's Shiokawa's Roaring Moon EX deck, which almost won the whole thing and arguably could have won the whole thing against Iron Thorns, where on paper Roaring Moon should beat Iron Thorns more often than not. But this is why we play the game, and the game is not played in spreadsheets, and Fernando Cifuentes was able to pull off the win in pretty thrilling fashion. But there is a world where Roaring Moon actually wins the whole thing against a lot of the heavy hitters in this format. We were talking about Regidrago, Charizard, Gardevoir, and Roaring Moon is ahead of all of them and only lost in a really tough, well, not even a tough a match, should have won. And I do think Roaring Moon has some value post-Worlds as well. I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Turbo Roaring Moon, which kind of caught some people by surprise. I've heard that there were rumblings in the competitive scene that this might be the play, but yeah, Roaring Moon kind of came out of, in the grand scheme of things, out of nowhere to almost spike the World Championships. This is a deck we've seen for quite some time now. We've got some new cards from Shrouded Fable in here as well. But yeah, Roaring Moon, basic Pokemon, 230 HP, ancient type, dark as well. It's got 2 attacks. The Calamity Storm for 2 dark and a colorless does 100 damage. And if you discard a stadium in play, you do 120 more damage. So 220. That's enough to take out a lot of basic EXs, a bunch of basic Vs, but some basic EXs are over 220 at this point, such as your Iron Hands, Roaring Moon, and Raging Bolt. So that attack kind of not as great. What we're really playing it for is Frenzied Gouging for 2 dark and a colorless, and you just get an instant KO on your opponent's active Pokemon. And if your opponent's active Pokemon is knocked out this way, you do 200 damage to yourself. Now, doing 200 damage to yourself does suck, and it makes you a really easy KO, but you are trying to skew the prize race in a way where you just kind of stay ahead all the time, and Frenzied Gouging and doing 200 damage to yourself just doesn't matter. And that's kind of the general game plan here. And ideally, you are just kind of winning the game on the first turn. And this is kind of where the logic of Roaring Moon becomes hot, is that against decks with big basics like a Regidrago V-Star, which again, 25% of players at Worlds are playing Regidrago, and it really wants to go first. You almost always get to go second with Roaring Moon. You hit your Wombo combo, you take an instant KO on that Regidrago V in the active, and it's going to be very difficult for your opponent to recover. And I think Regidrago going forward is still going to be a super popular deck, and Roaring Moon can still be there to counter it. So we've got 4 copies of Roaring Moon EX in the deck. We've got 1 copy of single prize Roaring Moon, where it's Vengeance Fletching attack for 2 dark energy, does 70 damage, plus 10 more damage for each ancient card in your discard pile. This can be good for taking out smaller single prize Pokemon at the beginning of the game. It can get up there in terms of damage output towards the end of the game, but it's not built quite like an ancient box deck where you have all of the ancient cards in there. So you're not looking to one-hit KO Charizard EX or anything like that with this. But it can be a great attacker at the beginning of the game and potentially get some bigger KOs towards the end of the game as well. We've got some new cards from Shrouded Fable. Pecharunt EX with that Subjugating Chains ability lets you switch your active Pokemon with a dark Pokemon on the bench. And you also poison the active, which isn't that big of a deal because this lets you keep your Roaring Moon on the bench a little longer, gives you the opportunity to Dark Patch to it, and then you just switch with the Pecharunt. It's kind of a free switch every single time, and it's actually not a bad attacker as well. Irritated Outburst does 60 damage for each prize card your opponent's taken. If they've taken 5 prizes, you are doing 300 damage, and that's going to take out pretty much any basic EX, any basic V, and you're taking out all of the evolved V stars as well as stage 1 EXs as well. And then Fezandipiti EX can help us draw cards with that Flip a Script ability. After your opponent knocks out one of your Pokemon, you can draw 3 cards. Radiant Greninja can also help you draw cards. You discard an energy, draw 2 cards with that Concealed Cards ability, and then you go from there. We don't have water in this deck, This player has chosen not to go with the water package, which I understand. It makes the deck more consistent, though you do make your deck more linear as well, because you can't surprise your opponent with that snipe attack out of nowhere. So that's something to keep in mind. And then we've got Squawkabilly EX, 2 copies of these. Really want to hit that Squawk and Seize ability at the first turn of the game. Discard your hand and draw 6 cards, making it more feasible to hit that Frenzied Gouging or Calamity Storm wombo combo. Trainer cards. We've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of your choice and put it into your hand. 2 copies of Judge for hand disruption, where both players shuffle their hands into their deck and draw 4 cards. 4 copies of Dark Patch, where you get to attach a basic Dark Energy from your discard pile onto your benched Dark Pokemon in any way you like. So really nice way of building up your Roaring Moons in the middle or late game, even building up the Pecharunt. And I should also mention Fezandipiti EX, technically you can attack with it. A Cruel Arrow for 3 colorless energy does 100 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so it does give you a bit of a snipe attack in an absolute desperate situation. 4 copies of Earthen Vessel. Discard a card, grab 2 basic energy of your choice and put them into your hand. This is great for not only grabbing that dark energy that you need, but Earthen Vessel will also add to your ancient card tally in the discard pile, making the baby Roaring Moon's attack stronger. 4 copies of Trekking Shoes. You get to look at the top card of your deck and either put it into your hand or discard it and then draw another card. So really great way of drawing through your deck, finding the pieces that you need, also getting energy in the discard pile to reattach later with Dark Patch or Sada's Vitality, where you get to choose up to 2 of your ancient Pokemon and attach a basic energy from your discard pile to each of them. And if you attach any energy this way, also draw 3 cards. You kind of want to play this every turn. Judge is going to be a disruption thing out of desperation, but most of the time you're going to want to play Sada's Vitality to get your attackers rolling. 4 copies of PokéStop, where once during your turn, you can discard the top 3 items of your deck, and then if you discarded any cards this way, you get to keep any item cards you discarded from that PokéStop. And we run a ton of items in this deck, making it a little less likely that you're going to discard stuff that you really need. 1 copy of Night Stretcher lets you put a Pokemon or a basic energy from your discard pile into your hand, and this can be, in particular, a great way of recycling this baby Roaring Moon if you're up against like a single prize deck, and you can just grab this back, Dark Patch back on, and go from there. So I really like Night Stretcher as a card. 2 copies of Pokégear lets you look at the top 7 cards of your deck and reveal a supporter card you find there, put it into your hand, then shuffle the other cards back into your deck. Maybe a little bit low of a Pokégear count. Maybe you want to consider 3 or even 4 so that you can almost guarantee, well, have a much better chance of grabbing Sada or whatever pieces you need. But they went with 2 and almost won the biggest tournament in the world. We've got 4 copies of Pokemon Catcher, getting really greedy with the gusting here, where you flip a coin. If heads, you switch your opponent's bench Pokemon with their active. And again, Roaring Moon wanting to maximize its damage output, taking out big multi-prize targets, or possibly taking out a smaller target with the baby Roaring Moon. So Pokemon Catcher can help you pick that target you want. Speaking of gusting, Prime Catcher lets you switch your opponent's bench Pokemon into the active, and then you switch one of your bench Pokemon into the active. And on top of, it can be kind of annoying if your attacker's already in the active and you have to move it away when you play Prime Catcher, but because you've got the Pecharunt EX, you can just move your dark attacker of choice back in, which is very nice. 1 copy of Pal Pad to put 2 supporters from your discard pile back into your deck. We've got, in particular, that's to get you Sada's Vitality back in there. 4 copies of Nest Ball to get our basics down, and only 1 copy of Boss's Orders to switch our opponent's bench Pokemon into the active spot. We are running only 1 Boss's Orders, and we are going with item-based gusting like Pokemon Catcher and Prime Catcher because we really want to save our supporter for Sada's Vitality. And then last but not least, we got 9 Dark Energy. Game plan for this deck, you really want to go second, and you'll want to get down a Squawkabilly, discard cards, and then ideally get a Pokemon of your choice, whether it's the baby Roaring Moon or Roaring Moon EX powered up to take the first KO. If it's a smaller Pokemon, you'll want to go in with the baby Roaring Moon. If it's a bigger Pokemon, you'll want to go with the Roaring Moon EX. And then from there, it's a race to the finish. Oftentimes against multi-prize decks, you just want to string together multiple Roaring Moons, keeping them powered up, and just take KO after KO after KO with the help of Sada's Vitality and Dark Patches. And yeah, let's go and test this deck out in a couple of matches. Oh, Turbo Moon. Okay. Fun, fun, fun. Just everybody decks races as fast as they can. Frodo, in online tournaments, Radzard's coming back and some are playing double mana fee. Yeah, I've never liked playing Sablezard. I've never understood how to play that specific variant of Lost Box, but kudos to everyone playing it, and like we just lost to one, so kudos to them. Frodo, how you doing today? Let's see if we can sequence this to... I think we turn Nest Ball into Squawkabilly. I think we attach to the Roaring Moon on the bench. I think we have to play it so that we Frenzied Gouging with this Roaring Moon here. I think is the way we have to play this. How bad of a matchup Miraidon is into Zard. Oh yeah, Miraidon is horrible. Okay, we get a Dark Patch, which is nice. That actually makes me wonder, do we get the... No, we have to get Squawkabilly. We have to get Squawkabilly. I think there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Now, we could PokéStop first and try and throw some Dark Energy in. I think that's actually the play. Nope. We actually just got rid of the Pecharunt. Oh, we can... Okay, hold on. Night Stretcher is actually fine here. We get the Pecharunt back. Unfortunately, not the Dark Patch. I will attach to the Roaring Moon on the bench. And let's go yeet this hand. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's go Trekking Shoes. Yes. And maybe we get a Sada's Vitality here. Actually, let's thin the deck first. I'm gonna get rid of the... Get rid of Judge or Earthen... Let's get rid of Judge. I may regret that. Okay. Sada? Yes. We Sada's Vitality. We need a Dark Patch, though. Don't get it. Okay. You know what? That's when we throw in... Oh, no! We don't have it. Oh, that sucks. Okay. That sucks. Alright, we're gonna throw in the Fezandipiti, and let's go and just bring the Subjugating Chains. We'll bring this Roaring Moon up. And we wait. That sucks. We've got him on the next turn. But really rough go. I wanted Baby Roaring Moon in there, so if they take a prize, it's only one. They might be going for something similar here. Let's see it. Bring them out. Baby Roaring Moon is good in that it can offset the prize trade after a Frenzied Gouging. Yeah. Okay, they don't have it. They don't have it. Cool. All right, we can still make something happen here. Ooh, we got the Prime Catcher. Yes. That's what we want. Let's go and get rid of this energy. We get one. How much energy in the discard pile? We have... Okay. Yeah, we have no more energy left in the deck. That's fine. We are going to Sada's Vitality to the two Roaring Moons on the bench. And we can... I'm going to hold on to the Prime Catcher. Let's go and flip some coins and see how we do. And we can Pal Pad back in Sada. That's good. Oh, nope. Sada. Please? No? Okay. Okay. Please? Okay, there we go. We'll grab this Roaring Moon. We will Subjugating Chains. Get this Roaring Moon in the active. And we will attach. And we Frenzied Gouging. Taking the first 2 prize KO. Take these 2 prizes. Okay. Sada and Greninja. Doesn't really matter. They're going to throw Baby Roaring Moon out there. And like Baby Roaring Moon, great for offsetting the prizes. We do have Prime Catcher in hand. So we'll just go after the other Roaring Moon. Oh. And Purpaderp asks, is anyone else having issues with getting Twitch drops in the game? No? Is it on Pokemon TCG Live or Pokemon TCG? Because sometimes Pokemon puts it on the other one. Okay, flip the script. Live. Okay. I don't know. I actually haven't been trying to get them, so I can't say. Okay, we should be smooth sailing from here, right? Prime Catcher is insanely good. We go take out the other Roaring Moon on the bench. Like, 130, like, that's fine, but... Actually, yeah, that's going to help them because this can come back in later and take out some stuff. If we can get one more attacker, that would be ideal. Let's go and PokéStop here. Hopefully get a Roaring Moon. No, I needed that! I needed that. Damn it. Yeah, we'll take the Sada. Oh, I needed that Roaring Moon so bad. Okay. I should have Fezandipiti first. Yeah, that was a huge mistake on my part. Okay. Nope, we're fine. We're fine. I think. Let's go and grab this Roaring Moon. Okay. And yeah, we'll take that Dark Patch too. And let's go. Yeah, if we go Dark Patch, Sada, then it should be game. Well, no, they can still... Like, we still might... Okay. This is not perfect, but... Yeah, we still have to Gust. So let's go Frenzied Gouging here. And if we can take out one of these 2 prize Pokemon, we should be okay. But, of course, like, we have to find those other 2 prize Pokemon. If we can hit heads on this catcher, we're good. I think that's what this boils down to. There's boss's orders in the deck still. Okay. Let's see how this breaks out. How many high breakers have I had with Moon? A few. A few. Like playing the deck or fighting again? Yeah, just a couple. In the Iron Thorns video I put out this week, I actually had a sudden death situation against the Roaring Moon deck. I think it was this Roaring Moon deck. I think it was a rematch of the World's Finals, actually. Okay, let's go. They get themselves another Roaring Moon EX. I think we've got one more catcher and a boss's orders in the deck. We still have a bunch of Pokégears too. So I think we should be able to Gust around this baby Roaring Moon. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Okay. Please stop there. Please stop there. Just hit this one. That's fine. How many Dark Patches? I mean, Dark Patch isn't going to matter, but... Yeah, probably not matter. Oh, okay. Wow, triple patch. Okay. Okay. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, if I were that, yeah, you just attack with the baby Roaring Moon. I mean, I don't blame them for. Doesn't frenzy gouging for the tiebreaker? Oh yeah. We want to gust up the Squawkabilly, and then we hit it for 220, and then we don't worry about the tiebreaker. We get around it. Anything except the Roaring Moon on the bench we can hit. Well, okay, we don't want to hit the Greninja either, obviously. But yeah, we need the gust right here. Okay, we're going to Fezandipiti here, flip the script, draw a billion cards. We don't have gust yet. Trekking Shoes. Pokégear, yes. 6 cards. Is there a boss in the deck? Yes. There it is. And we are going to gust up the Squawkabilly. And yeah, we are going to Calamity Storm for 220, taking the win. GG. So yeah, that's a pretty gnarly mirror match. Lots of energy flying everywhere and smashing. Stuff smashing around, but yeah, Roaring Moon being able to just like instant KO stuff is very cool. And again, yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird. We both kind of started off really slow. Thankfully, we were able to get that Roaring Moon EX into the Prime Catcher and get that first KO to set off the chain. I think they did a really great job with playing the single prize Roaring Moon, which we had prized for the entirety of that game, unfortunately, which would have been great to knock out the frenzied gouging Roaring moves to kind of throw off the prizes, but we were able to consistently hit our targets and get that gust at the end and actually sequenced it just right so that Pokégear was going to look at the last 7 cards and pretty much guarantee the boss's orders, assuming we hadn't prized it. So we will take that win. GG's. This is not a good start for Roaring Moon. Not a good start. Okay, we're going to want to PokéStop first. Hopefully we can get an out to Squawkabilly, yeet our hand, and go from there. And we are up against, looks like Gardevoir. And this is actually a terrible matchup for us. Oh, no. Oh, Noivern. What is this nonsense? Okay. 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 So, let's go and PokéStop here. Oh, no. Okay, we got an out to Squawk. Squawk is good. Get that Squawkabilly down. And let's go dig. Yeah, we can go and grab... Say we get a second Roaring Moon down? Or we get the Pecharunt and then we switch out? Yeah, maybe we do that, right? Oh, that's probably not... And do we want... I think we just... I think we attach to the moon. And we Squawk and Seize. I don't think we need to gust anything right this second. Okay. We'll go Baby Roaring Moon. And I think we Subjugating Chains and we move the Baby Roaring Moon up. Now, it does suck in the sense that Noivern EX we can cut through. We can cut through Noivern EX with Frenzied Gouging, which I'm sure our opponent is keenly aware of. And here comes the Frostlass. That's a little annoying. Arvin. Okay. I assume they're going to attack at this point. Yeah, this is... I've not seen a Noivern EX deck. Oh, okay. In a minute. But okay. Yeah, I think we want a second Roaring Moon to cut through. If their primary attacker is Noivern, yeah, this might be like a weird control deck situation here too. Okay. That's... can we get rid of 2 dark energies right now? I don't want to get rid of Pal Pad. Like, let's go. Okay, let's PokéStop here. Let's PokéStop. Prime Catcher's good. Prime Catcher's good. And we have 2 dark energy in the discard pile. That's fantastic. Let's go and attach 1 to the Baby Roaring Moon and 1 to Roaring Moon EX. And let's go Prime Catcher up the Noivern here. And then we'll Subjugating Chains, move Baby Roaring Moon in, attach, and yeah, let's swing for 100. And yeah, we're going to take some damage here. That part's a little annoying from the Frostlass on the bench. So that does kind of suck. I think we have Lumineon in the deck, though, so we could go after this Rotom V if we really wanted to. Okay, let's see what they've got. Okay, they're going to get their Noibat back in. Their Noibat is their way of blocking us from attacking. We can go through it with the Frenzied Gouging. But let's see. TM Devo doesn't do anything. Yeah, this is a really wacky... archetype here. Okay, they get a Nest Ball, but they got rid of an Iono along the way. Minior. That's not... I mean, if they just want to have something not die, that's fine. Instant Charge. Do we want to... How scared am I of the... I don't think we need the Pokestops. I don't think we need it. They're gonna... They really want Pokestop too. Okay, Greninja, Fezandipiti. Okay. I don't like these cards right now. I probably... Yeah, okay. Let's go and play the... Oh, wait, I don't want to play the Radiant Greninja right now. Don't want to play the Radiant Greninja. At least not right this second. And let's go... We can put Roaring Moon down. And there's no energy in the discard pile? What the heck happened there? Okay. Let's go and grab... Discard 2. I will grab the... Let's grab the Fezandip. They're not knocking out anything for a while. And their knockouts are all going to be from stuff in between. Let's go grab the Greninja here. And let's go... Start building up Roaring Moon. Ooh, yes. Let's go Pokemon Catcher. And we want this... Shucks. Okay. Not that big a deal. Let's go Pokégear. Sure, we'll grab that. And let's go swing for 220. Dark Patch is nice. The Minior is here basically just to stall for time. This is not the match I was looking for at all. Okay, would be nice if we can gust up that Noivern or Noibat. Okay, Temple of Sinnoh doesn't matter. Like, it slows us down too. So that was more of a defensive play on their part. They're going to instant charge and do 2 damage now. So that's something to keep in mind. So a couple ways about this. We can try and go after the Noibat. And let's go and Pokégear. We get nothing. That sucks. That actually sucks. Let's go get rid of an Earthen Vessel. And we'll start building up the second Roaring Moon here. And we'll swing for 130. I think we're still fine. I think we're still fine, especially if we can hit this Rotom. That would be amazing. Right, if they get the Psychic Energy with the... Where we're going to run into trouble is the Frenzied Gouging on the Noivern, because then the Monkey Dory can take us out. And that sucks. Yeah, potentially here. Nope, they can only Covert Flight for 70. Ah, the unfair stamp does suck. That does suck. Okay, let's see where this goes. That's a problem. That's a problem. Now we have to find that energy. Okay. How many... Boss, please. Nope. Squawk is no good. Greninja's no good. I think, yeah, we have to eat the Frenzied Gouging here. Calamity Storm. Yeah, Covert Flight. Next turn, all damage. Yeah. We have to Frenzy Gouging. And unfortunately... Oh, yeah, we're in a... Okay. Let's see. Please. Energy, some other stuff. Okay. Yep. We're fine. We're fine. We got him. We got him. I don't see a route where they're taking 6 prizes on this turn. Next turn, possibly. Oh, okay. Ursaluna. Yeah, the Ursaluna swings big. Oh, they take 6. No, they're taking... Oh, no! No! Oh, okay. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Dark Patch is amazing here. Okay. Oh! We got so lucky there. We got so lucky with the Dark Patch. Yeah, we go put Squawkabilly up. And they're going to drop 2 damage counters. Anything with abilities. And now we have 1 card. And, oh, we have the energy anyway, so the Dark Patch doesn't even matter. Let's attach the energy, and then we Subjugating Chains. We bring up Roaring Moon, and we... Ah, they didn't let us... Okay, GG's. So yeah, there it is. We get the win on a weird sort of... It's not really a control deck. It is definitely it's more of a spread deck with the Noivern EX trying to wall off basic decks. And it can be really annoying dealing with the strategy. And like we were on borrowed time there. But Roaring Moon being able, I think in particular, being able to cut through the Noivern EX was absolutely massive. Baby Roaring Moon being able to take a couple prizes there as well while also dropping a single prize itself was great. And then, yeah, the Roaring Moon being able to Frenzied Gouging the Noivern EX, go through that Covert Flight, and then being able to Frenzied Gouging with a second one to take out the Blood Moon Ursaluna, push this over the top. GG's. This is not a good start. And it's Lost Box. Lost Box is... Yeah, Lost Box against Turtle Roaring Moon. I don't think this is particularly... Not a particularly good matchup for us. Okay, if this is their start, like, this is not good. This is not good for them. Let's go and... Oh, double Sada's nice, but like... Not a particularly strong starting hand here. Can we... Yes. Okay. I think we have to play the Squawk right now. I don't like our hand and the slightest. Now, unfortunately for us... Okay, maybe we can get a... Actually, do we want to... Yeah, let's get a Greninja down. Oh, we don't have a Greninja. Okay. Maybe a Fezandipiti? Yeah, let's go get a Fezandipiti here. And let's go thin our deck for... Oh, God. All our energy's in the discard pile. That's not good. Let's go and PokéStop here. Maybe you get a Dark Patch or something. No. Okay. Not ideal. Not ideal. This is... Yeah, that's it. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, their hand sucks right now, though, too. Okay, they get the Colress, though. That's kind of unfortunate. Cannot believe we yeeted so many cards so early. Ugh. Hopefully, Choice Belt. That's an interesting choice of card. They have 4 in the Lost Zone. They'll swing with the Cram. How many? 70, 80, 90, 20, 10. I think we just barely knock out the Cramorant with this Roaring Moon. Night Stretcher's good. Night Stretcher is good in the sense that that gets us a... Here, let's go and PokéStop here. Dark Patch and Nest Ball. Yeah, let's go and... That's Subjugating Chains. We'll get Roaring Moon out here. And we could go... You know what? I think we actually keep... We're going to hold on to this Dark Patch for now because we could potentially get a second use out of this Roaring Moon. So we'll just take that one out. Okay, got a Pokégear. That's really nice. Because if they knock out this baby Roaring Moon, we can Night Stretcher it back, Dark Patch, potentially get another attack out of it. I would like to start building up this Roaring Moon EX, though. But again, we've got options. We've got options. They might not. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, hard retreat. Go into the Comfey. What's more dangerous here? Like, the Sableye is annoying, but I don't know if it's worth sniping out versus just hitting a Comfey and then they draw fewer cards. The Sableye will probably be online in the next turn or so, though. Oh, they get the secret box. What do they grab? They'll probably get a Colress for next turn. A supporter card, stadium, item. And yes, item cards, tool cards, supporter cards, stadium. Okay. Let's see. These are not the types of decks that you want to be fighting with Roaring Moon. You really want your big body decks, and we're running into, like... Yeah, Lost Box at this point. Is Lost Box a rogue deck? It's kind of weird to say. Like, I think Lost Box is still really good, just no one's playing it right now. And I know we're literally facing off against one right now, but... I think we have to go after the... Now that they're at 8... Yeah, if we can take this out and force them to play Super Rod and do some other stuff to get this rolling. Okay, especially since they just got rid of Super Rod. Okay. Let's see, bring him out. Radzard. Oh, okay. Are they just going to power up Radzard right now? Throw 4 energy on it? No, they're just starting to build up. Okay. Defiance Band on Radzar does nothing. Or on... Okay, they're just throwing stuff into the Lost Zone. That gets them to 10, and now they can drop the point. Yeah, they're going to take out this Pecharunt. That's annoying. But we can... What's the play then? Unfortunately, they are... Yeah, that's... Yeah, this Radzard is kind of horrifying. I don't want to target the Radzard right now. We will Pheasant... let's Pokégear... No, let's Fezandipiti first. Draw 3 cards. Okay. And we have 2 Sada in the discard pile. We are swinging for... Okay, we're swinging for enough. Let's go and throw those back in. Shoutouts to Roqueras. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Okay, let's dig. Yeah, we'll take Sada here. And I will... Yeah, let's go Nest Ball. Let's get Double Moon here. And yeah, let's go Sada. Is it worth? Ooh, we can Prime Catcher up the Radzard at this point, and that would be good. Because yeah, they take 2 prizes, but like, I'm not as worried about that. Let's go and... Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. Aggressive play here, admittedly. Let's go and... How much are we saying? 200? Yeah, we're going to Prime Catcher here. Let's go after the Radzard and punish them for putting that down early. And we will Calamity Storm. They're going to take 2 prizes off this Squawkabilly, and that's really annoying. So we're still in trouble here. We're still in trouble. Okay, they threw out their Fezandipiti. That's a good call. It would be nice to... Oh, boss. Okay. Probably boss up the Fezandipiti. Nope, they're just going to Lost Mine. And yeah, I would drop it all on the Squawk. I don't think we have any hand disruption in this deck. This is all gas, no brakes. We're not really built for... Not really built for this sort of single prize style deck, which is a problem. Let's go and Fezandipiti again. Draw some cards. Okay, Judge is good. Judge is good. Let's go and see what we have. Yeah, another Judge. Okay. I will Night Stretcher up the... Let's go get the energy here. And get Roaring Moon set up here a little bit. Lil Tone with a little NSFW. Oh, yeah, we're just spamming a... Okay. Let's go and Calamity Storm for 200. Still can very much lose, right? We are like 1 Radzard away from getting completely blown up. And they're going to get to dig like 2 more into the deck. Buddy Puffin. Yeah, we have to take 3 more prizes. Have I played Jesse Parker's Miraidon? Oh yeah, we were just going to lose right here. I have not played Jesse Parker's Miraidon yet. Yeah, they just cut us up with the Blood Moon Ursaluna, and we lose. Yeah, we're not really built for this type of deck, like relying largely on single prizers, and then the Ursaluna can come out at the end. Definitely got punished for the Squawkabilly being on the bench and the Pecharunt, the Sableye taking those 4 prizes. And then, like, yeah, Blood Moon Ursaluna, we could take that out, but, like, unfortunately, they picked us off with our setup, and we play all those Pokemon to help us set up and get our big attacks on multi-prize Pokemon. But against Lost Box, with all the reliance on single prize attackers, like, we're just not, the math is not in our favor on that, and our opponent played that really well, brought in the Ursaluna at the right time with the Mirage Gate, and just smashed that Roaring Moon into oblivion. So we'll have to hold that out. GG's. And there we go. That is a look at Roaring Moon EX, the build from the World Championships that got second place. Again, shout outs to, I'm going to butcher this name, Senosuke Shiokawa, who played amazing. That was a thrilling final, and unfortunately couldn't get over the finish line, but Roaring Moon absolutely proving its worth in the current meta as a turbo deck that can counter, in particular, some of the big basic decks like your Regidragos, like your Raging Bolts as well. And I don't think that's going to change. I think Regidrago is, at least in the next format, is still one of the best decks in the game, and Regidrago kind of gatekeeps a lot of the evolution decks like your Charizards, like your Gardevoirs, and Roaring Moon can go in there and just tear Regidrago and those types of big basic decks apart. So I thought it couldn't close out and get the World Championships this year, but I think that Roaring Moon is a force to be reckoned with and something that we need to respect more going forward. And it's kind of funny, like, Roaring Moon kind of flopped when it first came out in Paradox Rift, and then players kind of figured it out, leading towards the Temporal Forces, and then it kind of fell off again, and I think it's still not getting the respect that it deserves. But Roaring Moon is a great card and a great deck, and I think that it is one that we really have to consider be as a threat going forward. And maybe it's not the best deck going forward, but I do think it has a place in the meta, being able to take out some of the best decks in the game. But what say you? Do you like Roaring Moon? Do you think it's overrated? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching Ballyboos. I will get to your question right after we're finished this. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at In Third Person. You can find me on Twitch at In Third Person, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.